Hi everyone, my name is Shubhangi Sarungi and now we are going to see highway practical number 4. Highway practical number 4 is the angularity number test on a aggregate. Now we are going to see the practical significance of this experiment. The degree of the packing of the particles of one size depends upon their shape. The angularity of an aggregate can be estimated from the proportion of the voids among the particles compacted in the standard manner. And what is the angularity number? Angularity number is nothing else than we are going to estimate that what is the size of our aggregate with that. If the aggregate size is small or big, whatever, and what are the voids are present in between your aggregate. The round aggregate result to a minimum void contained. An angular aggregate result into a mode void. If aggregate is round in shape, obviously the void will be minimum. If a aggregate is having an angular shape, then the voids will be mode. The voids in aggregate system depend upon the shape of an aggregate. All other shape except the round aggregate result into mode void. Obviously, if the aggregate is not round, means not the proper round, it may be having round or a smooth surface, then obviously the voids between them will be less. This concept is utilized in determining the shape of an aggregate by indirect method, that is an angularity number. Angularity number is 67% of the solid volume in the vessel filled with the aggregate in a standard manner. What does mean by this? That is a 67% of an solid voids is present means 67% is only the solid volume which are present in aggregate, and remaining whatever may be, and that will be the void in between your aggregate. That is, the number 67 represent the solid volume of most round aggregate. Okay. Then the round aggregate are preferred in the cement concrete road construction as the workability of the concrete improve. Because of the round aggregates, since the round aggregates have a minimum voids in between them, therefore the workability of this aggregate or the workability of our road will be improved. The angular shape of particles are desirable for a granular base course due to increase the stability derived from the better interlocking. Because of this angular shape, the interlocking will be more good. Because of this interlocking will be good, then the stability will be good. If you need a good workability, you have to use the round aggregate. If you need your stability or you are working for your stability purpose, then use a angular shape aggregate. This evolution of a shape of an particles, particularly with refer to an flakiness elongation of an angularity, is necessary. Means without doing this shape test, you don't get to know that which all the aggregate we are going to use for different type of road construction. So now the relevant program outcome. The relevant program outcome, the first is a PO1, that is a basic knowledge, an ability to apply the knowledge of a basic maths, science or an engineering to solve the engineering problem is known as basic knowledge. It means you need any of the basic knowledge to solve any of the basic problem, then it is in basic knowledge. Then PO2 is a discipline knowledge. Discipline knowledge means you need a discipline, means a civil engineering knowledge, the civil knowledge, so that to solve the civil problems. Then experiment in practicals, you need the planning and plotting how to perform the experiment or a practical, so that after performing the practical or after performing that experiment, you get in result, and that result should be solve the engineering problem. Then PO4 is an engineering tool. You should use an engineering tools, the various engineers tools and techniques to a specific limit. You should know the limit of that engineering tool, and with the limit of engineering tool, you have to find out the maximum result from that. Then PO5 is a individual and a teamwork. You if the work is individual, that you have to perform the whole experiment individually, or you have to work with your team members. You have that ability, you have that confidence, you should have that mutual understanding to perform in a team or either individually. Okay, so this all is a program outcome. You should have this much of knowledge so to perform this experiment. Then the relevant course outcome. Relevant course outcome means perform a different test on a road material. We have to perform a various type of test on a road material. The practical outcome will be what specifically we are doing the practical, that is a angularity test on a aggregate. Then competitive and the practical scale is a recommending the aggregate for a different type of road. After doing this experiment, we can recommend the different type of aggregate for different type of road construction. For this, the IRC is obviously going to help us. That is, an IRC recommended the angularity number range from 0 for a highly round gravel to about 11 for a freshly crushed angular aggregate. If it is freshly cut, obviously that aggregate is of angular shape, and if it is for a longer time, the aggregate has been cut from longer time, then obviously the aggregate will be round shape because of because of computation, because of wind energy and everything. It's got deformation, it got disintegrated. Because of that, the angularity or the smoothness on the aggregate will be high after some time. Okay, higher the angularity number, the more the angular and less the workability is in the concrete mixture. Obviously, if the angularity number is high, then obviously the aggregate is not round. If the aggregate is not round, then obviously the workability will be minimum in a concrete mixture. Cement concrete road, the round aggregate I prefer because of the better workability and the higher strength. Then a bitumen or waterborne macadam road, that is in a flexible pavement. The angularity aggregate with an higher angularity number are preferable because of the high stability due to better interlocking and friction. If your angularity number is high, you can use that type of aggregate for a flexible pavement. If your angularity number is low, then this type of aggregate you can use for a cement concrete road. The higher the angular number, the more the angular and the less the workability is the concrete mixture. The value of the angular number generally lie between 0 to 11. In the road construction, usually the angularity number will be 7 to 10 in a general preference. Now we are going to do the procedure. How we are going to do it? Let's check it. The aggregate to be tested dry for at least 24 hours in a well ventilated oven maintained at the temperature of 100 to 110 degrees Celsius. The aggregate is compacted in 3 layers. Then we have to compact the aggregate in 3 layers. Each layer has been given 100 balls using a standard tamping rod at the rate of 2 blows second by lifting the rod 5 cm above the surface of the angular and then allow it to fall freely. The blows are uniformly distributed over the surface of an aggregate. After compacting the third layer, the cylinder is filled to overflow and excess material is removed with the damping rod has a straight edges. The aggregate within cylinder is then weighed. The three separate determinations are made and mean weight of an aggregate in the cylinder is calculated. This is all about in theory how we are going to perform it now. Actually, we are going to perform it, and how we are going to perform it, let's check it out. Before that, we should know the observation table. What is the observation table? We have to take an mean weight of an aggregate in a cylinder, then the weight of water required to fill that cylinder, specific weight of a gravity, and also we should know the empty weight of a cylinder. So we are going to take that readings. Not only that, we are also going to take the weight of an aggregate. First, if it is filled 1/4, and then 3/4, and then full, then we have to take the average of everything. This is our observation table. So let's do our practical by simply performing the practical.
Good morning, all my dear students. My name is Shubhangi Salunkhe, HOD of 7th Department Shift. Today we are going to perform experiment on highway engineering. The experiment number is 4, that weight of cylinder is 2.40. Wait for 5 minutes, let it be stable or constant, then we have to note down it.
Start.
See, now the weight is constant, that is 2.40.
Start.
Therefore, the weight of empty cylinder W is 2.40 kg and we want in a gram. For that purpose, 2.40 multiplied by 1000. After we multiply 1000, the weight we are getting, that is in a gram. So this will be 2400 grams. Okay. Now what? Now we found the weight of cylinder filled with water, that is W1. For this purpose, let me do one. Now we are going to take the weight of cylinder filled with water. So you can see this is a cylinder which is filled by water. The weight is 5.30. Wait for few minutes for reading to come to constant. Therefore, the weight of cylinder filled with water, that is W1 is 5.30 kg. We have to convert it in gram. Therefore, 5.30 multiplied by 1000, and that is 5300 gram. Okay. Now we have to take the weight of cylinder filled with aggregate, that is W2. Now we want the weight of cylinder filled with aggregate. For this purpose, this is the aggregate. We are going to fill it in a cylinder. Now this container is filled with an aggregate which is oven dry for 24 hours at 100 to 100 degree Celsius. So now we are going to weight it. For this, take the container, put it here, write it 2 and 0 is 0. See, now the reading is 6.88 kg. 6.88 kg. Now the weight of cylinder filled with an aggregate is 6.88 kg. That is 6.88 multiplied by 1000. So it is 6880 gram. Okay. Now you can see this is the observation table. In the observation table, the weight of water required to fill the cylinder. We need only the weight of water. What we have? The weight of cylinder filled with water and weight of empty cylinder. For this purpose, what we are going to do? W1. What is W1? This is a W1 with the cylinder. Okay, the weight with the cylinder, and we need the weight of empty cylinder. For this, 5300 minus 2400. So what will be my answer? That is 3100 gram. So this is only the weight of water, and same it is for second reading and same is for third reading. That is 3100 gram. Okay. Now what we want? The weight of aggregate required to fill the cylinder. For this purpose, W2 minus W. Okay. What is my W2? W2 is the weight of cylinder filled with an aggregate. But now in this, how we are going to fill the cylinder with aggregate? Let me show you that. Now we are going to fill the cylinder with the aggregate in a 3 layers. Each layer has been compacted with 100 blows. We are going to compact this aggregate with this rod. This rod diameter is 16 mm. So let's first take the aggregate. Okay. to give the blows. 100 blows we have to give it. So now we are going to start it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You can see I have compacted the first layer of the aggregate. Now we are going to weight this aggregate. So for this, take it to a weighting machine. Drag it to a 0. After drag it to a 0, we are going to weigh our first layer. Okay. So our first layer is 4.20 kg. Okay. For the first reading, our weight is 4.20 kg. Okay. We have to convert in a gram. Or this 4200 gram. Okay. But how we are going to write the reading? What the weight of? We need only the weight of aggregate. For this purpose, we have to minus the weight of empty cylinder. That is 2400. Now 4200 minus 2400. So this will be 0081 gram. So first reading is 1800 gram. Okay. Like this we are going to do for a second layer. For this we are going to do for a third layer. Okay. Okay. Now we are going to see the second layer of aggregate. Okay, now we are going to tap it. Okay, 100 blows we have to give it. Now we have to take the weight of the second layer. The weight is 5.56 kg. Okay, now we are going to write the reading of second layer. That is 5.56 kg. Okay, we have to convert in a gram. Therefore 5560 gram. Okay, now 5560 minus 2400. Our reading will be 3160 gram. Okay, this is our final reading. Okay, now we are going to perform for our third layer. Now we are going to fill the cylinder. That is our third layer. Okay. Remove the extra aggregate. If there is any extra aggregate, remove it. Okay. Now we are going to tap it out. The weight of our third layer is 7.14 kg. Okay. So now we are going to note down it. Okay. The weight of our third layer is 7.14 kg. So we have to convert in a gram. Therefore 7140 gram. Okay. So what we are going to do? 17140 minus 2400. That will be my 4740 gram. So this is my weight of aggregate after removing the weight of cylinder. Okay. Now what we want? We want the mean weight of aggregate required to fill the cylinder. For this purpose, we have to take all the three readings and then divide by 3. After we divide by 3, we get an answer of 3233.4 gram. Okay. Like this, we have to repeat all the procedure. We have to repeat for second and third. Now I have performed same procedure for twice. After performing the procedure, I have got all the readings. Okay. Then we have to find the mean of all the readings. Therefore, I have calculated the mean of the readings. Now we have to find the entropy number. For this, the formula is 67 minus 100 into W. What is W over here? The W is the mean weight of the aggregate. Okay. We have to calculate the mean of all What is GS? GS is specific gravity of the aggregate. We have to assume it 2.5 to 2.8. What I am going to assume is 2.7. Okay. So this is my 67 minus 100 into W. I have taken W as 3414 by 3414 because I have calculated the mean of all three readings. Okay, divided by C. C is my the weight of water in the cylinder, that is 3100. Multiply by GS. GS I am going to take it as 2.7. Therefore it is 2.7. Then I have calculated my value is 40.78. I have to minus this value from 67. Then my reading come 26.21. This is my ambiguity number. According to IRC, ambiguity numbers should be between 7 to 10. Therefore, this type of aggregate we can't use for a road construction. Thank you.